Okay, so thank you guys once again for joining the call. I can see we have Caroline on the call. Welcome, Anne, Wanji, welcome, Ranji, welcome. The rest of you, I can't really see your names. Bernard, Kiraide, thank you for being on this call. Yes, so my name is Lilian Okado, and just to keep with time, I'll just get started right away. So welcome to the call. This is basically a Traders Basics 101 call, and it's more specifically for people who just got started with IML. I believe there are things that as traders, it's very important for us to know. And so this call is just going to focus more so on how to get started as a member in terms of trading, or rather where to get started, and this is for the purpose of just ensuring that you don't get lost along the way and you have the right tools, or you're actually already accessing the right tools. These are also things that I learned along the way, and I feel that it's important to share, because sometimes when you get started, because of so many activities that happen, we sometimes are not able to very successfully support everyone on the team. So this call is just purely to get the traders started. Yeah. So my name is Lilian Okado, and I have been part of IML since November 2018. That is last year. That's when I got started at the end of November. So I'm just about almost 8 months old in IML. And at the very beginning, when I started out trading, because initially I came on board and I was very excited to begin to trade and to learn and everything. I took a bit of time personally to go through the academy. I took like about, let's say, 2 weeks before I really got started into the academy. So I'm just going to encourage all the new people on the call. Please do not take so long to get started. Just dive right into the information. Start going through the basics of the academy, and start interacting with the other traders in the community. So for me, I realized that at the beginning, I didn't really necessarily, I had a goal to get to where I wanted to get to. I had an idea of where I wanted to get to as a trader, but I didn't have a plan, yeah? And that's why, as you can see on this presentation, my first slide says, a goal without a plan is just a dream. So the purpose of this call really is just to get you guys to begin to treat your Forex trading business as a real business. I know some of you are doing it as a side hustle, and that is okay. However, I'll encourage you to treat your side hustle with a bit of seriousness. So I'm hoping that all of you have notes, or rather notebooks and pens, and you're actually just able to jot down a few things, because I'm sure half of the things by the end of this presentation you will not remember. So it's just good to just write down everything so that you can always go back and actually refer to the notes. So as a new trader, where do we begin? Especially with IML, I like to just share this slide as well, because it just reminds us why we're in the right industry. As you can see, the Forex market is a $5.8 trillion a day market. Actually, this has been revised. We are actually, the Forex market is actually a $6.1 trillion a day business. Now, why is this slide important? It's important because the journey of trading is a very unpredictable one. It's very personal, it's very individual. What happens is you find that you get started, you're excited, you start going through their information in the academy, you start trying to take trades and everything, and then you realize that it's not as simple or as easy as you had imagined. And then you want to maybe give up or maybe quit, because I'm sure many of you came on board and are like, you know what, you want to start making money from the first month. And that is all well and good. That is actually very possible. However, it may not happen for everyone. For me, it took me 4 months before I became a consistently profitable trader. In the beginning, because I was in a hurry to also make money, like many of you maybe are in this space, I don't know. But because I was also in a hurry to make a lot of money, I was really just making a lot of mistakes and everything. It was a very difficult beginning. However, what kept me in the game is just reminding myself that at the end of the day, my journey is my journey, and I'm still in the right industry. Yeah. And even if it takes me a year to crack this market, it's okay. Yeah. So I just want to encourage the 15 members on this call. Some of us are older traders. We've been here a bit longer, but we are still also learning. The learning on this journey never stops. Yeah, so keep that in mind. You may want to come and make money in your first month. You may not make it in your first month. You may not even make it in your second month. Yeah, but as long as you know that you're in the right industry, I think you'll do really well. So where do we begin as a trader? Yeah, this is specifically for traders. So I'm hoping everyone on the call has downloaded a number of apps. These apps, as you can see on the screen, we have Telegram. If you're new and you just got started up and the person who introduced you did not get you started onto Telegram, it's important that you get download Telegram, because a lot, if not 90% or 100% of the communication we do as traders is on Telegram. The major groups on Telegram are obviously one big team, which is the general team, yeah. But for traders, we have Pips and Dips, which is our Kenyan trading community. There we share a lot of information that has to do with trading specifically. Then we have other trading groups, like, for example, this week we are starting with the EC11 strategy, ECC11 strategy, which is basically a strategy or a trading plan that a number of us as traders are going to get onto, led by our mentor and our master educator, Dr. Kathy Kirkland, as well as Randy Webb in the US. So if you're new and you're not on the EC11 trading group, please get on board, because we are going to be learning a lot about trading using this strategy called the ECC11 strategy, and especially during the London session, which I think should be beginning in the next 2 hours, yeah. And then we have other trading groups like the Impulse Scalper Alerts group. I know there's a new group that this is basically a group by Mr. David Hoyt in the US again. He's a prolific trader. He makes a lot of money trading Forex, and his focus is on the GBP pairs as well as other pairs. And this week, I know there's a big campaign happening with a couple of traders, both locally and internationally, who are going to just be sharing signals in this group. So it's good as a newbie if you're able to be in these groups, because even as you're learning, you'll still be able to capture some of the signals. You'll be able to actually capture them on your trading or on your, in a live account or in a demo account. And then we also have our local team Telegram groups for traders. I personally have one, which is the Fierce Scalper Alerts group. As long as you're an active member, you should be able to be in that group. I usually share trades throughout the week, and so that just to help the new people make money again. There's also Miss GJ Kenya Alerts group. Miss GJ is Eunice Nyambura. She's a very good trader, and she trades mostly gold and GBP, JPY. And again, it's an alerts group to just enable the new people to get signals and start making money from the beginning. Then we also have the Elite Sniper group. This is led by our master trader, Wycliffe, who we call the Sniper, and he basically uses the vector strategy. So again, if you're new, please talk to whoever introduced you to add you to the Elite Sniper group, because again, he's going to be sharing trade signals in the group. And then basically Telegram is just for information purposes. When we do trainings like for today, this morning, that is where we communicate, yeah? So keep in touch with your Telegram. As I know we are all doing other different things, but you need to know what's going on. Then we have the team app. We also have the iMarkets Live app. We also have the Legacy Worldwide app. If you're new on the Legacy Worldwide app, yeah, which is again the app that is for the team, basically Randy Webb's team globally and locally. There's a video there called Trading 101. It's about 1 hour long, and it's been done by Wanda Webb, who is Randy Webb's wife, and she's a really good trader. She breaks down trading to the very, very basics in terms of beginner level, whereby she also does examples of how to enter and exit trades. it's important to watch this video, okay, before you get started with anything. And then also we have so that those are the apps, and we have a number of other apps but I think are focused on the major ones. Then something else as a trader that you have to also begin to think about, because I want you guys to begin to think as professional traders, who want to build a full-time income or a relatively good side income from trading forex or crypto or any other of the assets. So we have you have to begin to set goals. These are short-term goals, immediate goals, mid-term and long-term goals, and I'll focus on this as we go on in the presentation. Then, of course, tools, your tools of trade, which of course are your laptop, your internet, your phone, right? I know this may sound obvious, but sometimes some of us may be, sometimes I've been in situations whereby someone doesn't even have internet or bundles to trade, so it's important that as traders we are always focused on this. Then, so quickly, we can go through the immediate goals, within your first 72 hours, the newbies on the call, we have the IML Academy, the basic section, which is basically when you log into your back office, okay? You'll find when you log into your back office, there's the menu section. Under that, you have the IML Academy. Please go through the English section. There are about 20 plus, about 21, 22 videos. Please ensure you go through these videos within your first 72 hours. Okay, don't make any excuses. Try and do this immediately, because even as we share signals this week from all the different local and international groups, it's important you understand how to enter and exit trades, how to set your lot sizes, how to what leverage means, and all that. Then within your first 72 hours, you also need to have gotten started on your demo account. So if you've not yet set up your demo account, please note this down. Talk to the person who introduced you to help you get your demo set up. It's very simple. You simply download the MetaTrader 4 app, and then you go to open demo account, and you're able to set up your demo. This is where you'll begin to practice the trades that will be shared this week, as well as any of the ones that you want to take on your own. And then also set up your live accounts. We usually have different brokers that we work with. Speak to the person who introduced you. I personally use FX Primus. I know Bernard uses EGM, but the purpose is to just ensure that by the time you're ready to go live, your live account has already been set up, because it takes about, let's say, a few days to a week, depending on which broker you use, to actually be able to set up your live account. And then I've already talked about the alerts groups. I've mentioned them, Mr. GJ's VIP alerts groups, and the others that I've mentioned. And then also immediately get a Forex mentor. And luckily, we have our IML TV. Our IML TV is part of your membership. When you log into it, I'm sure the person who introduced you was able to take you through. You'll be able to see the different master educators from the basic section to the advanced training section. And here you can choose traders to follow. It's very important, okay? Do not trade on your own. Find someone who's trading you can align yourself with, and begin to copy their style of trading before you develop your own style of trading. So even locally, we have mentors who you could work with, and these are the local master traders. We have Eunice, Miss GJ, we have the Queen of Harmonics, Nyambura, we have Sniper, Wycliffe, we have Kare is also a really good master trader right now. We have myself, obviously, we have Bernard Kiraive, and a number of others. Align yourself with them, get onto their trainings. I know there's a schedule for training that happens. I know Bernard yesterday, if not yesterday, I think last week or during the week last week, he shared the schedule for all the traders, and I believe he'll share the same this week in terms of their trainings. I do mine at 7 o'clock this morning, and then I believe Eunice Nyambura does hers on Tuesdays. I'm not sure when Eunice does hers, but I think we'll share in the group. And then we also have the vector strategy, which is shared on Thursdays at 5:30. If I've got any wrong, Bernard, I think you can help me and just share the schedule of the traders when they do their different trainings, so that you can begin to follow some of these traders and understand how they trade. And maybe if you like their strategies, you can just follow them and and start trading like they do. That's within your first 72 hours. So traders, that's that. And then we have the medium goals, which is within your first week to 90 days. I like to say continue with the academy, because you've done your basics. Sometimes we forget, once we have done the basics and we jump into trading, we actually forget about the rest of the academy. We have the market geometry, which is a fantastic section done by our CEO, Chris Terry, and he's really, really good. This guy has 20 years experience in trading. If you're on his call last night at 9 o'clock, he was able to teach you on the indicator that one of the indicators, which is the KC indicator, which is like the Bollinger Band, but not exactly. And it was a really informative session even for me. So get to go through the rest of your academy, the market geometry. We have the technical analysis. We also have the fundamental analysis. We have the mindset. I keep on telling people trading is 90, if not 99% psychology. You can have all the skills, but if your mind is not right, you will struggle as a trader. Okay, so this is something you need to begin to do within your first to 90 days. Give yourself a target that within the next 3 months, if you're new, you should be done with the academy in completion, meaning the basics, market geometry, and technical analysis and fundamentals, as well as the trader mindset. Then we have the 90-day trading sheet. I will share this later in the group. If you don't have it, this is basically a document. It's an Excel sheet that is going to help you to trade or to plan your trades on a daily. It basically gives you a projection. Let's say if you are to start with, let's say like $50 trading, it's able to tell you within the next 90 days how you can be able to grow that account significantly. Okay. We'll share it in the team for the new members. I know some of you signed up on Saturday, some of you signed up last week. You may not have this Excel sheet, but I'll ask Bernard and I'll also share it later on. It's I think it's now titled the $1 Million Trading Plan. So this can be able to show you, just basically how to set your lot sizes, how to set your risk, okay, which is very, very important, how to compound your money within the next 90 days. I know we've had like Dr. Kathy Kay, who's a master educator, and she's the lead on the ECC1 strategy. And I believe she grew her account, her $46 account, when she got started, $1.3 million in 9 months. It wasn't 90 days, but it was in 9 months, but it was through the power of compounding. So this Excel sheet is supposed to help you understand how to compound your money, okay? Let me just switch the mic. Okay. And then we have other goals that you need to begin to set as a trader. What output do you want? How much money do you guys want to make on a daily basis? Okay. And that's why I write, like, maybe you could have a target of making $10 a day for starters, or you can have a target of making $50 a day or $100 a day. Write it down. There's a reason why I'm emphasizing on this, because it works. When you trade without writing down your goals, let me tell you guys, you'll find that you're just moving, time is passing, but nothing is really happening. When you're able to know your targets and you're able to write it down, you're able to make reference. When you hit it, you're able to say, you know what, I've hit my $50 target for a day. Now I want to move on to $100. Then I want to move on to $200. Then I want to move on to $1,000. So for me, I used to have a target of making about $100 a day, right? It took me about 6 months to get to that target, which for me is okay. Some traders, like I know Kare, I was just talking to him last week, and that guy makes like $700 to $1,000 a day. He's done it in 3 months, 11 days. I think today is his 12th day as a member. So everyone, like I said, is different. For me, it took me about 6 months. For him, it's taken him 3 months. For you, it could take you less, it would take you long. But the thing is, once you get your target, you're able to then grow to to a bigger target. So right now that my target of $100 a day trading has been met, I'm now moving to my other target of making $1,000 a day, which I hope to hit by December of this year. Okay, so write down your goals. And then we also have the long-term goals. These are basically your 1-year goals, your 2-year goals, your 3-year goals, and whatever else longer-term goals you may have as a trader. Where do you see yourself as a trader in the next couple of years? Yeah, some of us are doing this thing, this Forex trading full-time because it makes sense for us. Is this something that you also want to transition into full-time? I know some of us are doing other things on the side. Or is this something that you want to do on the side in terms of, let's say, just generating a second income, an investment income? So write those goals down. It's very, very important. And then things that we cannot compromise on, and again, I will emphasize, completing the academy in the next 90 days. The reason I'm saying this is because I talk to traders all the time, yeah, and especially traders who get started and have been here maybe a month or so and are not getting the kind of success that they want. I realize that their failure is usually based on the fact that they have not completed the academy. Even older traders, I find that older traders who are even maybe 4 months old probably just did the basics and forgot about everything else. Yet, like I said earlier, there's the market geometry. We have our IML TV. If you're not plugged into IML TV, I know there are many of you on this call who have not even opened your IML TV. Please go into IML TV. That is where the crux of trading is. The academy is the theory, the TV is the practical. I have learned a lot from all the educators that are in the, from not all, but a number of the educators that are in the IML TV. We have Manny Quinones with his triple fire strategy. Manny is amazing. He's an amazing trader. And guess what? Manny learned how to trade from Chris Terry. Okay? And Chris Terry is on IML TV every Sunday. So if you're not listening to Chris and you're not listening to Manny, for example, and you're not listening to Stephen Lindo or Abel Melendez and all these amazing traders, if you're into cryptocurrency, if you're not listening to Picasso, you know, or even Paychecks, you're doing yourself and your membership a disservice. I know there are a lot of local traders who are here to help you, myself, Eunice, Wyclef, Nyambura, and all that, you know, Kare, Lenin, Bernard, we are all here to help you, yes. However, you paid $24,000 for your academy education for you to be able to access the IML TV. Please do not take it for granted.